Hello, podcast listeners. This is Malcolm Hatchett, Wherever I'm At, with Malcolm Hatchett. This is my 65th podcast. I'm excited to keep going. I have merch out. I have a merch site called malcolmhatchettmerchstuff.myspotify.com/ yeah, that's it. Collectibles. You can find my stuff at malcolmhatchettmerchstuff.myspotify.com. It's also in my bio on Instagram. I'll make sure I add that to the description of my podcast. I got some podcast merch for sale. Yeah. Today's Tuesday. It is 12:04 a.m. in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I was in my great-grandma's living room. I'm always in here writing and stuff. I wrote, do more comedy shows, sell merch, and more podcasts, and get a full-time job within 5 days. I'm gonna go back to California in a few days. I booked the Airbnb for 1 month. And I have to find work once I get out there. I already have an opportunity to work at Flappers, clean dishes and sell food. That's a comedy club, one of my favorite comedy clubs. I love them all. Flappers might have been one of the first comedy clubs I ever performed at. And the Ha Comedy Club. It was the Ha Comedy Club, then Flappers. And then the rest, they fell in place. All within the same week. Today was very chill for me. I didn't do much. I read a few pages of my red Bible that I bought for $1. No, I actually got it for free. I get all my Bibles for free. I got a few of them at Goodwill. I was at Goodwill a few weeks ago, and when I was walking out, they had a table of hand sanitizer and free Bibles, and I took the 2 Bibles. It was a old school white leather Bible, and it was a beautiful red Bible, and I took both. You know, it was like when I carry my Bible in my pocket, it's like having a wad of money. You know, I feel like if I read the Bible from however order I read it, I make a lot of money someday, because words are strong. My mom cooked on the grill today. She made some ribs, and she also made some broccoli and squash and onions and baked potato. And it's all gone now. Little bit of leftovers left in the fridge, but food's really good. And I poured me a small cup of cola. That's the name of it. Cola. And I drink a lot of water. I tend to drink a lot of water. I'm excited to go back to the West Coast. I hadn't been out there since possibly last summer. I think I come home the beginning of August last year, or maybe the end of July. And I'm going back out there. I'm going back out there smarter, a lot more knowledge, and praying I can keep a job, because I know it's easy for me to find a job. I have to stay working so I can be out there full time and comfortable. Because when I left, I was very, very homeless, and I was proud, very proud. You know, I stayed with friends here and there, but I was very homeless. I was so homeless, I made a house out of things I found on the streets and on curves and stuff, like chairs. People put chairs out there. Hell, I even took chairs. I took this one nice recliner from somebody's yard. I said, it's mine now. It was calling my name. And I found like types of wood and stuff, and I put some walls up, and I put a roof over, and the chair was inside of it. I have videos and stuff on my phone that maybe one day I'll document and show with the world. And this place I kind of built on my own, and I slept in for months. I was sacred. I felt like a caveman for the longest. Had a wild beard, no haircut. But I was kind of chubby cheeks because I ate a lot of food. You know, I always ate food. I had food every day. Had so much food, no job at all. A lot of food. Had a lot of food. Drank tons of water. So much water. I had so much water. Some days I'd be so lazy I didn't even want to leave the little place I built. I'd pee in the gallons of water bottles and let the pee collect. And the pee was so healthy, it looked like water. One time I accidentally drank a little of it and I spit it out, you know, because like, that's not good. Even though it's mine, it's not good, you know. I was, as I would call it, thugging on the West Coast streets. And I only did that to myself because, you know, I mean, I'm young or whatever. I'm very wild, and I say, you know, I got one life. This is a journey. Moved out there to do comedy, and I was performing so much, I kept saying the same things over and over. So I guess I kind of made it harder for myself, and I stopped working and just kept performing, and then eventually I stopped performing, and I said I needed to go through something. And, you know, if you ain't got no job, you can't stay nowhere. So the streets was calling my name. And I slept a lot, you know, outdoors. And it came easy to me. You know, I don't know if it's the roots inside of me. I don't know, but I didn't complain at all. It's probably one of the nicest homeless people anybody could ever run into. I'd hold the door for anybody. I'd bathe at a car wash. You know, I go to the little water hose, turn it on, and soap down, butt naked. I didn't care who was walking by. Had to clean my body, fresh clothes and stuff. I had a lot of. I still do. I had a lot of. I have a lot of clothes everywhere I go. Cali, Winston-Salem, a lot of clothes. So with that being said, I had to make sure I was fresh. If I'm sleeping on the street, I have to be fresh. I clean my body at least 2 times a day, 3 times a day. I was always fresh. Deodorant, lotion, you know, good soap. I use a lot of, baby soap. I love smelling like a baby. I'm still a kid, you know. That's another reason why I enjoyed living out on the streets and on top of buildings and sleeping inside of comedy clubs and on top of comedy clubs and in the back of comedy clubs. I was all over, you know. And then I went home. After doing that for years, I went home and it all started to get to me. You know, my friends and stuff call me depressed, but I was at my best, you know. Every day I was out there on the streets, I felt like I was working out my mind and my spirit and my craft. Even though I wasn't performing comedy, I was living it, you know. The silliest situations are very funny to me. You know, I enjoyed being out there. You know, now I'm leaving town. My mom say, "You gonna go back out there and be homeless? I know you is." I'm like, "Nah, Mom, I'm doing it right this time." But at the same time, I was doing it right last time because I enjoyed it. I put up with it for a while. You know, I basically went out there homeless, staying in hostels and with friends and stuff. then it all caught up with me. You have to keep a job in order to, my downfall in my life is being stable. I'm all over the place. I have to care to be stable, but I don't care to be stable. But this time around, I will be. Even though I will still be outside having fun. Even though I'm going to stay in the place, I know I have to get a job so I can afford the place 30 more days from now, and eventually get an apartment. But I know even though I'm staying in the place, I'll still be outside more than the place because I'm a freak of nature. I love outdoors. Outdoors is real, It's beautiful. The weather and the weather in California is always good, Even if it gets chilly at night, I adapt. I become immune very fast to what most people would call uncomfortable situations. I become very immune, and I don't really complain. I always know I can find my way out because I'm a nice person. I treat everybody equal. I treat everybody better than me. I treat everyone better than I treat myself. So me staying outside, it was very easy. I used to go on long walks at nighttime, only to make myself tired, because the later it gets, the more up I am, I used to go on long walks, big old camouflage, army bag full of covers and snacks and a big old jug of water in my hand. I wish I was recording podcasts when I was out there, but I'll go back this time and see what I can dig up, I wasn't even on my phone. I was too busy being free, I was too busy being free, I hadn't paid my phone bill, didn't have any money. But I did get by to clean myself and have clothes and tons of food. I think once I get back out there, I'll eat a lot of fruit. I'll delete the fast food. As soon as I say that, my mom went straight to McDonald's because I love that place. Hell, I might even try to get a job there. I won't eat it as much, I'll tell you that. I eat the fries and drink the coffee. And of course the ice cream. But this is going to be a fruit journey for the rest of my existence. Because once I come home, I start eating tons of fruit. And now I say, all right, I kind of have a habit of eating fruit and carrots. And I know if I ate tons of fruit, I know I was eating fruit when I was living on the street, but I know if I ate tons of it, more fruit and veggies than I was eating all that junk when I was living on the streets, I probably would have, who knows, probably would never come home. I guess I had to go through that in order to come home and know I can go back out there and be the best me I can be. I'm excited to perform again. I don't have any gigs or anything set up. But I'll definitely get back to doing comedy in California, Los Angeles, San Diego, all over. Wherever there's opportunity, I'll sign up and give it a try. Trying is my best effort, Trying is getting out of the bed and going to brush my teeth, taking a shower. It's going to happen. Why? Because I tried, And I know if I perform comedy again, I have a lot of cool podcasts. And I love to listen to my podcast down the line someday, Long time from now. I'll go back and listen to my podcast, my younger days, see what the hell I was talking about. Yeah. Probably meditate once I'm done with this episode. Tomorrow's 420. You know what that means. Everybody have fun. Make sure you drink your water. And be nice to everybody. And share. Make sure you share. My number one goal this year is to get my license back. I gotta get my license. And also get a car. And I know once I've accomplished those few tasks, then the rest is history. I sell stuff online. I sell stuff on the app called Mercury. I sell clothes and shoes. I tend to repeat myself in my podcast, and you kind of have to repeat yourself in order for it to click through listeners, or also for me to get good at it, get good at posting stuff online. So I won't have to go to Indeed and look for a job. I can kind of work for myself eventually. It takes time, though. It's almost like promoting. Like I did that album called No Edit. It comes out May 15th. You can pre-order it now. It's called No Edit. It's my third album, second comedy album. I also have a guitar album called Freedom. And it's spelled Freedum. And I also have a comedy album, my first comedy album ever, called Wire Talk. It's one of my favorites. But I think No Edit is my number one, because it allows me to know that I have progressed. Even though No Edit was recorded a long time ago, very close to Wire Talk, I'm finally now putting it out and allowing people to listen. But yeah, I have definitely grown, I would say, as a person, or I would say an animal. I don't really care to use human. I like being an animal, like a panther or one of those cheetahs, puma. I like being a puma, a monkey puma. Yeah, I've grown as an animal. I have to get a lot smarter though. So when I've already packed, but I make sure I take a few Bibles with me, just to remind myself I have to read. Yeah, reading is a form of intelligence and growth for me. I tend to read a lot now, and when I read, I become more calm with life. Having a lot of words in my eyes and me comprehending those words when I read them allows me to take life one day at a time, one step at a time. Allows me to find my rhythm. I think I'm going to drop some music this summer also. Maybe drop I would say mixtape. Might as well say album. Drop an album. Drop some hip hop. I write a lot of music. I just don't I don't ever go anywhere and record it, I'm okay at it. I'm always afraid if I go somewhere and record, my friends pick on me or laugh. I don't care about to pick on me or anything, or to laugh at me, and because no one takes me serious. And music is one of the first things I've ever done. Music. I used to sing on choir. I performed Michael Jackson in the 3rd grade, Billie Jean, at a talent show. I even threw the hat on the stage. I love Michael Jackson, by the way. And I really love music. I love comedy, of course. I love making this podcast. But music, that's number one for me. And, I want to go somewhere where a lot of my friends from my hometown hadn't been yet, and make music and upload it and surprises them. I want them to be surprised. I don't want to make it in my hometown. I want them to be surprised. Make it in your hometown, they already there because they all make music. So I kind of want to surprise them. So I dropped some music this summer, possibly. I say it now, and it'll be wintertime and shit. I ain't dropped not one song, but I think I'll drop some music. And I know if I drop music, that means I've been working out. I've been in the gym, you know. That means if I drop music this summer, I'm very healthy. Put it that way. So if y'all hear I dropped a guitar album. That was raw, you know. That was on this couch right now. I did it on this couch right now. That guitar album, Freedom, very raw. But if I go to a studio and pay, well, my listeners can say that nigga Malcolm is in shape. So yeah, that's not even a goal. That's gonna happen. That's not a goal. No, I won't get a basketball and try to shoot that in the basket. I just have to do it, you know. I have to save money, get a job, save money, and go to a studio. Yeah, so yeah, that'd be cool. Plus, it'd be cool to make music out in California, you know. Go to a studio, be in there for some hours, walk out, and there's palm trees and stuff. You know, so yeah, I can do it. I know I can. And then when I come home, I'd be very comfortable to make music with my friends, you know. And they can call me silly and all that afterwards. But once it's published, you know. I just want to go somewhere where I can be serious. Cause I'm home. I play too much everywhere. But I know if I go to the West Coast, I'm really gonna want to make music. Cause I'm already lonely, but I'll be lonely. I'll be focused. I'll be more focused. Yeah, I'll be more focused. Very much out of my comfort zone. Home is very comfortable. I have to get uncomfortable again. But I tend to get so uncomfortable, I get comfortable because I become so immune with my situations in life and stuff. And yeah. And check me out on YouTube. I post a little bit of YouTube stuff sometimes. I get back on YouTube eventually. Take it one step at a time. I know some people post tons of YouTube videos, and you have to really want to do that stuff. I have all these cool ideas, but I tell myself I should probably just take it slow, you know. Watch it grow slowly, you know. Try to do one thing at a time. And right now I'm really focused on this podcast. But I also have a YouTube channel. Just look me up, Malcolm Hatchett. I have a few channels. You can subscribe to my channels. And yeah, I make sure if I grow up my podcast, if I grow up my comedy, I grow up my YouTube, because it all comes down to Malcolm Hatchett, you know. So I just have to continue to read, and the more I read, the stronger I feel. The more words I have in me, the more safer I feel with doing things like YouTube and stuff. I don't want to just make a video, just get people's attention. I want to have knowledge before I can try to get anyone's attention. Yeah. Tomorrow or today, it's already a.m. at morning. I'll probably get up, go to the gym, work out, go to Goodwill, try to get a refund. Because I purchased some stuff online. I purchased some stuff from Goodwill, some cool items that you wouldn't normally find at Goodwill for good prices, and I posted them online. And some of them sold, some of them didn't, and I'm leaving town, so I gotta get a refund so I can have a little more money when I go back to the West Coast, so I can buy fruit. And also, yeah. I feel good. I need a haircut. I know when I come home last year, I was rough. I hadn't had a haircut in almost a year, you know. When I finally got a haircut, I think I broke the clippers at the barbershop. That barber got fired. He tried to cut my facial hair off, and the whole the clippers blew up. The whole place was smoking because I wanted to be homeless and not keep a job. This time, I keep a job till I can work for myself. That'd be good. That'd be really good. I know most people listen and say, this is an odd podcast. He keeps stopping and taking his time and repeating himself. Well, that's where the title comes in. Where Have I Met with Malcolm Hatchett? And I write a lot of stuff. I just want to find a rhythm. And then I'll read the stuff I write. And I'll probably start that this week. I have to grow with the podcast. I want the listeners to listen and also give me feedback. And you can DM me on Instagram, Malcolm H12, and let me know what you want me to change about my podcast. Or you can even email me at malcolmhatchettcomedy@gmail.com. And I put all that in the description of the podcast. And it'll grow from there. I have a salad in the refrigerator, and I think it's been in there for like 2 weeks. And I don't think salads expire, but this salad might have expired. I have to check it out in the morning. If it didn't expire, the lettuce is very cold. Probably still eat it though, because it's healthy. Very healthy. So yeah. I have to eat healthier. I already feel good. I feel good about myself even when I eat a lot of candy. But I know if I ate plants and earth food, stuff from the ground, I'll feel really good about myself. And I really feel like a puma monkey. Yeah, that'd be good. Part 1. I finished this recording in the morning. I have to read some more. I have to stretch. I have to do some meditation. And I have to drink a few gallons of water before I go to sleep. This is Where Have I Met with Malcolm Hatchett podcast. Podcast of the century. This is the podcast of the century. This is the podcast of the century. 100 years from now, someone will hear century and they will say, oh my God, it is 100 years from now. He said this 100 years ago. And they might create a podcast. And that's how you end that.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Where Have I Met with Malcolm Hatchett. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. Tell your cousin you don't like. Tell your baby mama. Tell the dude down the street who keep calling the police on you because you fresher than him. Go down the street and tell him to listen to Wherever I Met. Follow my YouTube page at Malcolm Hatchett. Follow my Instagram page at Malcolm H12. Follow my Twitter page at Malcolm Hatchett. And show love to my Patreon page at Malc12. MALC12. This is The Life of a Comic, Wherever I Met with Malcolm Hatchett.